first time ever.
Warning acts of terror.
We are ready to engage with a two-state solution.
Some of his most senior cabinet members.
The drivers of a new economic age.
For the first time in Japan's history, a lady is about to take the top job. Sanae Takaichi, 64 years old, fierce, conservative, and determined, has just been elected as the new leader of Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party. Now, that means on October 15, she will officially become Japan's next Prime Minister. But what does this mean for Japan and the world, especially with tensions rising across the Indo-Pacific? Let's decode Japan's power shift, her connection with Shinzo Abe, and how her leadership could redefine Asia's balance of power. Now, Takaichi's story is unusual for Japanese politics. Personally, what I loved about her, she didn't come from a big political family. Her father worked in auto industry. Her mother was a police officer, and she grew up in Nara, earned a business degree from Kobe University, and for years, politics was not just even on her radar. Then came a turning point, a fellowship in the US with Colorado's first congresswomen. That exposure to American democracy changed everything. When she returned to Japan, she hosted a TV program, gained media experience, and entered politics in 1993, just as Japan's economic bubble had burst. Now, in 1993, Takaichi entered Japan's parliament, the Diet, as an independent candidate, but in a political system dominated by giant factions. Independents rarely survive. So she joined the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, and soon found a powerful mentor, Shinzo Abe. He saw in her a younger version of himself, conservative, nationalist, and ambitious. She became one of the closest allies and served as a minister in his cabinet. Together, they promoted Abe's economic vision, Abenomics, a mix of fiscal stimulus, monetary easing, and structural reforms aimed to revive Japan's sluggish economy. Now, as Prime Minister, Takaichi is promising what she calls Abenomics 3.0. Her views on foreign policy are clear. She is hawk. She supports revising Japan's pacifist constitution, which currently limits the use of its military only for self-defense. She is pushing for strong defense budgets, advanced weapon systems, and closer alignment with the United States and Taiwan. She has often warned that China's growing aggression, especially around the Senkaku Island and Taiwan, directly threatens Japan's sovereignty. Her challenge will be to strengthen Japan's defense posture without pushing the region closer to conflict. Her first real test comes just days after taking office. The festival, the Yasukuni Shrine Festival, a deeply controversial event, begins right after she's sworn in. The shrine honors Japan's war dead, including 14 convicted war criminals from World War II. If she visits the shrine, she will win praise from conservatives at home, but anger China, South Korea, and even some of Japan's Western allies. So this decision will signal whether Takaichi prioritizes ideology or diplomacy. Beyond politics, Takaichi has her quirks. She once played drums in a heavy metal band. Her idol is Margaret Thatcher, and she still owns a 1991 Toyota Supra, which Toyota itself restored and now keeps in a museum. Now, these small details reflect her image, personality, disciplined, traditional, but unapologetically individual. Now, this is not her first attempt at Japan's top job. Takaichi ran twice before and lost both times. But now, with the LDP losing voter confidence and Japan's Economy stagnating, her fiery leadership is seen as necessary. She promises to stabilize Japan's economy, boost birth rates, reform defense, and restore conservative values. So, in a way, her victory marks the return of Abe's legacy, but with a new, more assertive tone. But Takaichi's Japan faces a tougher world than ever did. The United States is less predictable. China is more aggressive. Russia and North Korea are aligning militarily, and Japan's debt is now over 250% of GDP, the highest among advanced economies. So she must balance defense spending with economic recovery and handle relations with Washington and Beijing with extreme caution. The Indo Pacific is now the world's most contested region, and Japan's role in maintaining stability is critical. So the question is, can Takaichi lead Japan through its toughest phase? Yes. Can she protect Japan's sovereignty, revive its economy, and still maintain balance with major powers? For Japan's allies, especially India and the United States, her leadership could mean deeper security cooperation through Quad. For China, it could mean a more assertive Japan than ever before. Takaichi's story is not just about breaking the glass ceiling, it's also about reshaping Japan's identity. She inherits an economy under pressure, an LDP losing grip, and an international system full of uncertainty. So, like Abe, she believes in strength and revival. But unlike Abe, she faces a world far less stable. This is Japan's new chapter and start of much sharper era in Indo-Pacific politics. What do you think about this latest development in Japan politics? Do let us know your thoughts in our comment section. That's all from my side in the story. I'll see you in the next video. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.